What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the Sky Diaries Podcast. I'm your host, Sky Tashay, and welcome back. I'm so happy that y'all decided to just spend about 10 to 15 minutes just elevating and wanting better for yourself and just elevating your life overall. So today's topic for episode 26, the title is Soft Life, Hard Lessons, because ultimately everybody always wants like a better life. Everyone sees like having a better life as all the luxury things that go into it and all the soft life things, the candles, the robes, everything that you see like on social media, all like the material stuff, but no one ever really talks about the things that really go into wanting a better life. Majority of the times, it doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look nice. Like a lot of things go into wanting a better life, and a lot of things aren't pretty or doesn't really fit into the soft life stereotype, but those are still things that, we need to recognize, we need to do, and we still need to implement when we are wanting better for our lives. When you see people have nice things, or when you see people have like a confidence or see people on the right path of life, you don't really realize how much a person went through for them to get to that point, because growth is not always going to be pretty. It's a lot of discipline and it's a lot of choices in your everyday life. Like even the smallest choice you make affects your life overall. Something so small can really lead to something so big and really can cause a negative change on your life, because it's a choice every single day, day by day, choosing yourself, choosing better, and choosing not to repeat the same cycles over and over and over again. And trust me, it is very hard. It is very hard breaking away from something because you're used to it. And that's why I always say, like, if you want a better life, you can't stay in your comfort zone. You can't. Because the question is, well, it's not even a question. I'm going to tell you why you can't elevate your life while being in your comfort zone. If you were meant to grow in your comfort zone, don't you think you would feel fulfilled? Don't you think you would feel like you don't need anything? That's a real question, because you wouldn't be in this point. You wouldn't be feeling the way that you feel. You wouldn't be watching this video right now if you were satisfied with your life. If everything right now in your life was exactly how you wanted it, or everything is just like how you want it, and you're like content with everything, like you wouldn't be watching this video right now. Even if you're in your comfort zone right now, sometimes even being in your comfort zone still feels uncomfortable, because deep down inside, you know that you are meant to be doing so much more. So even being comfortable, I feel like doesn't really mean you're comfortable. Honestly, I feel like comfortability is really you just tolerating what is being brought to you, because you're too lazy to get up and see what else is really out there. Because one thing about it, nothing is going to change in your comfort zone. You're not going to grow. You're not going to succeed in your comfort zone or to a level that you want to put to. Like at the end of the day, it's always going to be some type of success you can reach for. But if it's all on the same level, but deep down inside, you really want to reach up here, it's no way you can do that in your comfort zone. Because one thing I learned about growth is hard, because you are turning into a person that you've never been before. You've never been this person before. You've never had to, even if it was like, okay, whatever it is, whether you are trying to eat healthy, whether you're trying to go to the gym, growth is going to be hard, because if you only ever put in bad, like unhealthy things into your body, it's going to feel weird. Only eating healthy foods is going to feel weird. Your body might go through a withdrawal. Even me going to the gym, even though, I feel like here and there throughout my life, I have always been like an active kid, but really being disciplined in the gym, for the first couple weeks, it was hard, especially Pilates. It was freaking hard, because I never did that before. I never did Pilates before. I never really worked out like on a machine before. So it was hard. But at the end of the day, almost 2 months later, I'm stronger now. I'm feeling stronger. I'm feeling more fueled. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't have gotten to that point if I would have stayed in my comfort zone. If I would have been like, you know what? I don't feel like trying Pilates. I don't feel like really like lifting, but I have these goals to really like build muscle and gain a little bit of weight and really tone down. You have these goals and these dreams or whatever, but it's like you're not doing anything to match that dream, match that level. It's like how you have these big dreams and you playing small. Why are you playing small? Nothing is going to come from you playing small. And that's one thing I really had to learn on this growth journey. You got to take the risk and you got to take the chance and you got to know that nothing is going to come from your comfort zone. And I had to say that first because a lot of the times we can get stuck in our comfort zone. We can get stuck into what's used to us, but I'm not going to lie. The same things that your comfort zone can be the very thing that is holding you back. Can be the very thing that's holding you back. That could literally be the only thing that's holding you back right now. You can have the mindset, all of that. But if you are not willing to be uncomfortable, and like I said before in my other episode, like you got to get used to being uncomfortable. Now, this might hurt some people's feelings, but it's like you can't be a people pleaser, but also want a soft life. Like I've always said, like, you don't got to be mean, but you always got to respect yourself and make sure like other people know how much you respect yourself. Because at the end of the day, people don't got to respect you, but you can move accordingly. And sometimes that just means being able to disappoint someone else in order to not disappoint yourself. Standing up for yourself and sticking up for yourself just to keep your own peace. Because a lot of the times a soft life isn't always soft. Because a lot of the times you got to defend your soft life. You really got to play defense and be like, you know what? That energy, I don't need it. Or that type of person, I don't need them around me. Sometimes you're going to have to be the villain in some people's stories. Sometimes you're just going to have to in order to protect your peace. At the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, what's more important, your peace or their peace? If you want to live your life for someone else or you want to live your life for you, it's up to you. But me, I'm going to live for me because I can't live my life for no one else. I've always seen a pattern. It's like people will always come to me, right? And they'll be like, Skylar, like, how do I change? How do I want better? How do things change? Like people always come to me and ask me, how can I change? How can I change the things in my life? You can't want better, but you still entertaining the same things, the same patterns. I've always said, if you don't learn the lesson that God is trying to teach you, it will keep happening. It will keep repeating. He will keep putting, if you keep getting in relationships, right? And you are always male centered, nothing is going to change until you stop putting men on a pedestal. Nothing's going to change. If you keep being a toxic friend, nothing's ever going to change. You're never going to have a healthy friendship. Nothing is ever going to change if you don't change. Like, and I always heard this same quote, like, whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. So it's like you can't sit in this place and complain if you're not doing anything about it to get out of the situation, to get out of the cycle. If you're not doing anything different, nothing is going to change. Out of this whole episode, I want y'all to take at least that. If you are not doing anything to change your actions, to change anything, nothing is going to change. So don't be surprised if nothing changes if you don't change as well. And I think like the hardest thing with me with peace, it was like letting people go, because it's like, you know what, at the end of the day, like it's really hard for me to let people go. Like it really be hard for me to let people go. And I know probably a lot of people will probably like, you know what, she probably cut off any and everybody. And you know, it hasn't always been like this easy. And I feel like it's never easy cutting anyone off. Like even from relationships to friendships, it's hard. It's hard being a genuine person and you got genuine love for people and you see them being so grimy and dirty to you. At the end of the day, you got to choose yourself first. You got to choose your peace. At the end of the day, you got to choose your battles. If you want better for yourself, it's going to come at a price. It really is going to come at a price and it's going to hurt for a while. it may hurt for a while, but the peace on the other end will be worth it. It'll be worth it, because once you step out of certain bonds, certain trauma, certain toxicity, you really realize how toxic an environment really was, how toxic being around certain people really was. I always say, it's like when you go into a room and it stinks, right? 9 times out of 10, you're not going to smell it. You're not going to smell the smell until you go out of it. And then you come back in. It's literally like how when I do my hair and I have like my hot tools on, I won't smell the smoke and really like the smell of being in a hairdresser until I go out the room, come back in, and I see the smoke. A lot of the times we are blind to the environment when we have been in it for so long. But when we step out of it, we really see, oh wow, what was really going on? What was really going on behind closed doors? You know, you get to see stuff really clearly, and then things start to make sense and everything starts to align and it starts to click in your head. But at the end of the day, you got to be willing to put your peace first. You got to be willing to cut off people that don't align with you. You got to be willing to cut off relationships that drain you. You got to be willing to protect your peace at all costs. That's just what it comes down to. You got to protect. It's all about what you value. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to what you're willing to sacrifice. Are you willing to sacrifice your peace for anyone else? Because peace comes at a price. And all I'm saying is, if you want better, I just want y'all to know that it comes with a price, and it's not going to be easy at first. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. And even, you know, with healing, it's not linear. You could feel okay today and okay tomorrow and cry next month or cry even next year. What I just come back to is knowing that, look, I don't feel drained. I don't feel like I'm pouring into other people more than they're pouring into me. And I'm speaking like in this moment right now, I feel fulfilled. I feel happy because I'm filling myself up. And I wouldn't be in this point today if I was scared to be uncomfortable. I wouldn't be in this position today if I didn't take a chance with myself and be like, you know what? I deserve better. I need better. Like, I need better. I deserve better. I want better. And that's it. That's literally like, that's the only answer you need. If people ask you like, why you moving like this? Why you moving like that? Oh, this, that, and the third. The answer is because I deserve better. And that's that. You don't got to say nothing else. You don't got to say nothing more. You don't got to say nothing left, because that is truly the answer. The challenges are meant to help you. It's meant to grow you. It's not against you. Just know, like, life is happening for you. It's not happening to you. Life is happening. Like, I like to think of life as a reflection of how I treat myself. So the better I treat myself, the better my life will be. The better I treat other people, the better my life will be. The more I pour into my life, the better my life will be. So I just suggest pouring into yourself, pouring into what you love, pouring into the people that pour into you, pour into your environment, show up for yourself, take up space, take up room, feel the energy, and be absolutely unconditionally you. At any cost, protect your peace. I hope that y'all took something out of this podcast episode today. This was a topic I've been very excited to shoot, because this is something very important. I just know that even listening to this podcast, like, you are one step closer into the life, into the person you want to become. You are already that person. You are already one step forward. And just know that I believe in you. I am rooting for you. I'm cheering for you. And before I let you go, I want you to repeat after these affirmations after me. I deserve a peaceful life. I release anything that costs my peace. I'm creating a soft life built on strength. Now, today, I want y'all to just think about some ways that y'all can show up for yourselves or show up for other people that make your life feel more peaceful, more fulfilled. Maybe you have to declutter. Maybe you have some conversations you need to have with some people. Maybe you need to create some distance. Maybe it's time to cut some ties before the new year. Do whatever you need to do to implement some peace into your life today. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this to a friend. Don't forget to follow my Instagram, Tashay Inspired, on all social media platforms, TikTok, Substack, and I'll see y'all in the next video. I love y'all. Bye.